guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are playing the amazing Spider-Man Lethal Foes. Now this is actually a Japanese game that has been converted over. So let's see how this plays. Like, part of me feels like it might be a beat 'em up, but no, it looks like it's going to be a... Alright, so we got shoot, we got attack, we got jump. And then right now I'm guessing... The buttons are a little... The attack is a little off for me, like using that one after everything. We cannot hit this guy to save our lives. This is garbage. I mean, visually it's a good looking game. Playing, I mean, we got the whole Spidey thing going on. Alright, so we can't attack while we're on the wall. We can shoot our web that way, but no other direction. It's going to take a little getting used to. This is a stupid enemy. Like, the way the controls are, and the angling that Spider-Man does when he jumps, we're at a huge disadvantage against this thing. Because our attacks can't hit him, except for our stupid little ball that I don't know how much damage it's actually doing. We finally hit him. Alright, apparently I suck at this because there we go. So your jump is actually controlled by how long you press a button. So I mean that is decent. Alright, I don't... Alright, I want to see now. There's no options of changing buttons or anything. We are almost out of time. Know where we're supposed to be going. We have 6 seconds to fight the boss. That would suck. We had 1 hit left and we died for timeout. Having a time limit kind of sucks. All right, like in theory, like everything is like cool. It's Spider-Man, but like actually using your abilities is actually pretty obnoxious. I mean, I guess we could just bypass everything and go right to the boss, right? I mean, there is that option. This guy's easier than the flying. All right. The other flying guy was way more annoying than this guy was. I mean, all in all, it plays well enough. Using his web slinging isn't. It takes a little bit getting used to. It's nothing too major. His attacks leave a little to be desired. Yay, we're at the same enemies that we have no reason to attack. Like, they don't even give you any real reason to bother with anything. And with the time limit, it's actually better not to. I mean, visually, it's a good game. Even like a basic playing, it's not the worst game by any means. But it's very humdrum, really. Like, we have a really garbagey web attack that doesn't really do anything. I don't know why am I even bothering. They did do a good job on this web slinging. I don't know why he's walking around like all slinky like he's a villain or something. not this way. I don't mind mazes for the most part, but having a timed freaking maze like this is a little obnoxious. Especially when everything looks the same. This is one of those just really trashy levels that I've never enjoyed in any game. So we're going to run out of time, basically because this whole thing is just a bunch of tunnels that all look exactly the same. Leading to nothing but dead ends. Not enjoyable at all, like, honestly. I think this is like the epitome of just lazy level design. If you're gonna do a time level, like if your game relies on a time limit, doing shit like this is just like the cheesiest, dumbest thing you can do in a game. Like, we're just running around. There's no landmarks or nothing that really dictates anything, so we don't even know where we're going, how we're getting there, and we're gonna run out of time. Like, this is stupid. And if we start over and die and come back, we have no real anything about where we're going. So we're not any better off than we were to start off with. I mean, this is absolutely stupid. This actually would take me out of this game. If I had bought this game, I'd be pissed right now. Like, this level already makes me just like, I can give zero fucks about this game anymore. Because of just the absolute just atrocity of doing stupid shit like that. Like, I have never, ever condoned the use of really stupid level design. It's just boring level design like this that, you know, you get stuck running around in a time. Like, if there's no time limit, not a problem. Have zero problems with it. But I have a huge, huge problem when there's a very short time frame and just no actually good ways of doing anything. Although it doesn't look like running out of time actually has us. Jesus, those things take some fucking hits. The way he attacks is a little obnoxious. Like, I don't like the combat in this game, to be completely honest. I find it lacking. All you have is a punch, you can go down on the thing, and then you have a jump kick. And that's, your jump kick is like your main thing, and it's kind of hard to control to a point. I mean, it's not bad in any, like, real sense, but the more you play it, the more it just gets kind of really. I mean, you have this, but it's so absolutely just underwhelming that there is almost no point to it. I mean, for hitting these little dinky things, I guess. So we've already been this way, and there's nothing here. Guess we could run around on the ceiling. I mean, the fact that he does Spidey things is really decent. It looks good, but the game is just very lacking. Like, we've got the same enemies that we did prior. Like, we didn't even change anything. And, like, honestly, like, this whole sulking around in a sewer fine, you know, that's not a problem as far as the game goes, like story-wise and stuff, but the fact that it's a maze and you're on a time limit just really... Like, I feel like we've gone through every tunnel over the last little bit and we're missing something. And I don't mind that when you duck, you crawl, but I wish you can... See, I think this is where we started, right? Yeah, we're already out of time. With zero any indication of where we actually need to be going. I just feel like it's such lazy work. Like, this is not fun in any sense of the word, you know? And here we go. We're done. Time over again. We found zero things whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, we do lose lives for it too. It's just really lazy. This is absolutely obnoxious. Yeah, it's a Spider-Man game. It's an okay Spider-Man game, but this level is just so poorly and obnoxiously done that it's ridiculous. You have enemies that take 20 minutes to kill just on their own. They're obnoxious. You just skip everything. So this whole game, this whole level is you just hoping you find the right path in some stupid sewer dungeon, super maze, for no reason whatsoever other than just because. I mean, I guess. Stand up. Alright, over here was nothing, right? So we start over. Alright, we go this way. There's nothing. And this is nothing. The AI is dumb. Like, this does feel like another one of the games that just have the IP and want to use it, but have no real anything of what they're going to do with the IP. Alright, so this is nothing. I mean, there's something over there, but we can't get over to there. And the annoying enemy that you hit it, then his shoulder pushes you, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, there should be nothing over here. Yeah, no. So, we go this way. Alright, hey, we found it finally. are we, like, this is absolutely stupid. Like, he's doing way too much talking to himself about the stupidest things. Will you jump? Like, I've been sitting here trying to jump for like the last forever. We are gonna die. For some reason, the inputting this. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, combat is really slow and obnoxious. I don't know, visually the game is decent. A couple of the features are good, but as a whole, the game is severely lacking in any kind of life and soul of it. It really feels like a bare bones, really boring, basic bitch kind of a Spider-Man game, really. I mean, it's Super Nintendo, and it was a company I didn't know very well, so they might be new to this. All right, so let's see. I was gonna say, are you seriously gonna let me just do that? The bosses are pretty pathetic too, to be honest. Like, for the most part. I mean, those stupid flying silver like drakes are harder than both of these bosses have been, just because of how annoying they are. I like how Human Torch just keeps just popping up. Okay, he was gonna go down the tunnel, but then he takes off back towards there. No, so I don't understand that. Whatever. Alright, tell me we have different enemies. Nope. Alright, so the same enemy, whole different thing, same enemies. Again, it's just lazy, boring. And that little heart, like, fills up most of your life. I mean, just power through everything. Wait for one of these guys to drop a heart. You're full health. Like, there's no, like, immediate danger for the most part of anything. Like I said, wait for the heart. You're good to go. I mean, the only danger you really have is your clock. Other than that, like, everything else doesn't even matter. Wow, those did hurt. Wasn't paying attention, but definitely hurt. These guys don't hurt. But see, like I said, you can't do any real jump attacks. Like, you can't jump up and punch something. That's your one and only attack. And so it's kind of obnoxious. And died. Like, you look like you're not quite there, but you're still getting hit, being a decent ways away from here. Honestly, like, I had higher hopes for this. Like, getting up there, everything seemed to be functioning well. You got to do the swinging. And then the gameplay hit, and then you're just like, for one, absolutely boring. Same three guys, same three enemies throughout the entire first 3 levels. The bosses are pretty just absolutely basic, boring. Like, you don't have to figure out any patterns. You don't have to figure out anything. You just get in there, smack them a few times, they die. It's like, oh, yay, fun. The level designs look decent and they're pretty decent. I still have an issue with the whole timed maze. Not a huge fan. I think it's just really kind of the most basic, boring kind of, like, not really difficulty, but just annoyance factor than anything. The combat is very lacking. You gotta punch, you can jump, but you can only jump kick down diagonally. Like, you can't, there's no options whatsoever for doing anything else. You have your web slinger, your web shooter, which normally does all these things, shoots a little BB, and that's it. Like, there's a lot to be desired. All in all, for the most part, like, the game's playable, and there's really nothing fundamentally wrong with it, other than how just boring and basic it is, with almost no thought whatsoever put into the game, minus, like, how nice it looks. The story is okay, but, like, you watch him sitting there talking to himself about the most, sitting here, oh no, he's not the same person he was. It's like, do we really need all of that? Like, seriously, can we cut half of this, like, stupid writing out of the game, which is not necessary whatsoever? Having a little story, having some banter, all that is fine, but when you start, like, really adding in some fill of just, like, the stupidest monologues to yourself that are just obvious and unnecessary. I mean, again, that's just one little pittance of mine that I just find stupid and unnecessary. And I'm not huge on a lot of unnecessary things in anything, especially not games I'm trying to play. Because you're just sitting there, like, you want to look at the story, you want to read the stuff, but as you read it, you're just like, your mind's already becoming numb from the gameplay, and now reading that, you're already, I think maybe that's what it is. They're lulling you into just supreme boredom, so you don't notice how really pathetic the bosses are. But anyways, like, all in all, the game is pretty, the music is upbeat, is decent, gameplay is there, like, there is gameplay. It's not very good. Like, almost every enemy, all you do is just avoid them. There is no, like, real sense of danger or worry or anything other than watching the clock. Because that's the main thing that is going to kill you in this game, is the clock. The lightning things, for whatever reason, their hitbox is way fucked up. We were a good chunk away from them, still taking huge damage, whatever. No big deal. You learn from that, you adjust. No big deal. But other than that, there is no sense of danger whatsoever. Half the things drop hearts. Very few things do any damage. The little itty bitty heart fills up your health a good chunk as is, with the big ones being around too. That it's like, that, and because there's no purpose whatsoever attacking the enemies, because for one, you're on a clock, and half of them take too long to kill anyways, they're just annoying, but there's no point, and they're so easy to avoid. All you do is you just go past all of them. So it becomes more of just a run to the boss, smack him a couple times, move to the next level. The game, that in and of itself really takes away from the game. Like, they have a lot of potential in this thing, but they really squandered it huge, I feel like. So, I mean, you saw it, like, 3 different enemies, and that's pretty much the game. Everything is easy to avoid. Everything is there to be more of just a nuisance and a way for them to kill the clock a little bit for you, to give you that little bit of suspense. But when everything is just almost avoidable and just whatever, it's like there's no point whatsoever to do anything but hit the boss, move to the next level, figure that one out, hit the boss, move to the next level, without any real gameplay because you just don't care at all. And the fact that we were 3 levels in and still had the same couple of enemies is just really pathetic. Like, they didn't even change colors. They were just the exact same thing over and over and over again. And that's just sloppy, boring work right there. So, anyways, with that being said, guys, that is Spider-Man. That's going to be me. You have a good one. We'll see you next time.